But now we finally get it. Ryu versus Kaozfate, best of 5. Oh boy, it's finally happening. We will finally get confirmation who is the best in Peru. Ryu is the best Zerg in Peru. Kaozfate is the best Terran. But between the two of them, we'll find out because the vetoes are done and we are getting into game number 1.
Yeah, mate, it is done. It is done. I believe Chaos Face is a little like hurried because while we were betoing maps, the Chaos Face was like, hurry! I have work to do for of the university. So he may have homework that he needs to do like really fast.
No, Kaozfate, please. Here we go. Mate, who do we have in the bottom left? Who is your Terran boy?
Here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, it is my Terran boy, apparently. The orange Terran, the Peruvian Terran for New Angels is Chaos Face.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the Peruvian Zerg player. He is red, representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Ryu. Boy. And again, in a different world, both of these guys would have been in DreamHack. In a different world, maybe next season, maybe. There's a reason why these two are the top 2 players of Desafiantes. They are some of the best in Latin America. And yeah, maybe next season, maybe DreamHack Winter. At some point this year, I'm sure both of these players will have their time in the DreamHack main event.
One day when ESL open their eyes and see, oh, we only invited the players, what are we doing? They actually increase the amount of players for Latin America.
I mean, personally, I think it's gonna be on us. When the qualifiers come around, we have to try and like message Kaozfate and make sure he doesn't go out drinking, so he can actually perform at the closed qualifiers instead of going down to Gym Rising. Like, oh my god, Kaozfate.
It was not his fault. He was injured.
Yeah, why was he injured?
I mean, he was accidents happen. You never know. That glass table, it was on his way. In his way, he didn't say it was his fault.
I'm shaking my head, man. Shaking my head.
Yeah, for everyone wondering, I believe you said it before in stream, but yeah, Kaozfate had an injured arm and injured elbow. I think he elbowed a glass table, I believe.
Oh my god, what? I thought it was a glass drink, like a glass that you fill with water, but he elbowed a glass table?
I think so. I think it was a table. I'm not 100% sure.
What's he doing?
It was something made out of glass. He told me. He just told me in Spanish that que él se hirió con vidrio.
Con vidrio, yeah.
So yeah, I assume it was a table. I don't know, mate. I don't know.
You need to find out for the story, for the duct tape. We're gonna have a Kaozfate duct tape next. Oh no.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Just a duct tape with everything that happened to Kaozfate when he's drinking.
Yeah. All right. We'll see where this series takes us here between these two players. Again, Ryu is a very different player compared to Eggs from what we saw. Ryu isn't anywhere near as aggressive. He loves going his Ling Bane. He does go for lurkers in the late game as well. But sometimes he makes some questionable decisions, like going for Swarm Host. Shaking my head.
But I don't think we will see Swarmhost in this matchup, honestly, unless Ryu does something crazy like an Idol Swarmhost play. But yeah, Kaozfate, meanwhile, on the other side of the map, he's doing exactly as he did with X the last 2 games. A really quick third CC.
Yes. This time
different is that Ryu sees it.
Yes. The difference is that Ryu does scout all of this. But what I will say is that Ryu is the kind of player to allow this. Like, Ryu's like, you know what? You get an early base, okay. I'll just take another early expansion. You know, I'll just like he's more. I don't know. He doesn't have that killer instinct, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he will try and punish this in some way.
We'll see. I mean, Ryu already made his bending nest, but he's not working really on anything else. He just macroing right now. Maybe not as greedy as X did it last game with the double Evo and the lair very late. Ryu actually there has just started, so he's going a more standard routes.
Yes,
yes. Not as greedy as him.
Ryu is delaying his upgrades for a faster lair, which should lead to a faster baneling speed. And in general, this is like a safer way to play because again, when you have baneling speed, like, you know, you can deal with pushes a lot easier here. So that should be what Ryu goes for. We'll see if he does end up going for mutas or for hydras, as he does switch between the two of them as his choice of anti-air.
Oh, I love it. I love it when Terran players make one lonely Viking and then just send them out the map on a killing spree.
Oh yeah, yeah. Already one Overlord.
I honestly wish more Terran players did this.
Yeah. I do know that at the very highest level of play, like a lot of Zerg players, especially against Terran, they just keep their Overlords at home, so it's a little bit harder to get value. But yeah, here, you know, you can do a lot with a Viking. You can even land it, you know, kill some workers.
Yep. Liberator not coming into the main base. Meanwhile, these Hellions trying to see what they can pick off.
Yeah, it looks like one Queen will fall in the main. The Hellions try to slip in, but there's Lingbane here to meet them. And so far, so good. You know, we did see Liberators from Kaozfate do a lot of damage against eggs so far. This Lib did kill a Queen, but no drones.
And we have the tech of choice for Ryu. It is Espira.
Ooh, okay. Lingbane Muta is going to be coming out here for Ryu. He did finally get his Evo chambers. He's working on all of his upgrades. Oh,
the Hellions. Finally, they're going to get caught.
Yeah, they do get into a mineral line, but only get 2 workers.
Yes, it is a shame that he lost him because he was doing a really good job at clearing up creep with those Hellions and the Reaper.
Oh yeah.
Now that they're gone, Ryu finally has time to spread as much creep as he likes.
Definitely. He does. And something else that's important is that Kaozfate did scout that Spire, I believe, with the Liberator, just as it was dying. I don't know if he clicked on it. He should have clicked on it, and like there's nothing else that it could be, even if you look at his vision. So he should be aware that mutas are on the way.
Spire, unlike most other set buildings, are actually very small. So you can tell what it is by the size of the building being built.
Yeah, sometimes it can look like a spore, but because of the positioning, it's right next to a spore, so it's not going to be one. So you can deduce that it is a Spire. Oh, meanwhile, here comes the push from Kaozfate at the same time. Okay, he was trying to set up then Banelings. Ooh, kind of connect.
Here comes the second wave. And he just pick up.
Ooh, but
he destroyed the Overseer. So these Widow Mines are currently being invisible to Ryu.
Yeah, Ryu actually, I don't think he realizes that they're there, so the Widow Mine shots are gonna go off. Oh, no, Ryu, please! Ah!
Okay, he does not lose any of the belly.
Another shot
on the Zerlings. And again, only on the Zerlings. These are very unlucky with Kaozfate.
Very
only Zerlings.
Very unlucky. Meanwhile, ooh, there was a Baneling run by and 13 SCVs went down. So, kind of blow for blow there. Like, Ryu losing a lot of lings there, kind of needlessly, but he was able to deal some economic damage to Kaozfate.
Yes, exactly the thing that you expect to see in a finals, right?
God, what am I shot baited off? What's important is that Ryu is expanding, right? He's working on his 5th hatchery. His economy is looking pretty good so far. And honestly, so is Kaozfate, as he does have his 4th up and running.
Yeah, very even game so far. Kaozfate with a little more supply. But we'll see. The Marine count is starting to get big, like it's starting to get big. So now the damage that Kaozfate can do with his infantry is going to show. Maybe is he going to push?
Like, it's so dangerous here. I think right now he's waiting for the creep to recede. Like, he cleared up a lot of creep there. It's slowly receding. There is plenty of Ling Bane and a handful of mutas, but again, with how the Zerg player engages here, it's so difficult to avoid those Baneling connections.
Another run by Zerlings by Rio, but they didn't do much damage this time.
Yeah, the Lings, they were cleaned up. Meanwhile, 2 Widow Mines were also cleaned up as well. Not really getting too juicy shots, but there are 3 remaining.
Only on Zerling, nothing much to be lost, to be honest. Here we go, nice plays by Kaozfate.
Yes, he did. Ryu did pull back and he borrowed 2. In the middle of all that chaos, he borrowed 2 Banelings here. Mate.
That's how good Rio is.
Yes, you remember the Baneling mine connections right from the qualifiers. Oh my god. We'll see if they land. Meanwhile, Kaozfate, he's now pushing towards the south here, trying to push out 2 ends at once. Ooh, the queens are going down.
And they do go down. The army of Rio was out of position.
Oh god, he was. And now he's struggling to deal with this. The Widow Mines do connect. And at the same time, Ryu. Oh god.
Yes, that was done really good Widow Mine connection. Baneling connections by Rio. Chaos was not paying attention. He didn't split. He didn't split as well.
And unlike Eggs, this time the Muta Cloud is large enough to fight those Marines. It looks like he is going to clean up, but he is losing a decent amount of those Mutas. But he does deal with this, and now Ryu can focus on the army to the south. Oh god, and there's a lot of Widow Mines with this, a lot of Thors as well, so it's going to be really difficult for these Mutas to really find some damage.
Here comes Zerlings. Nice pickup, saves the Thors. Nice Widow Mine shot, most of the Zerlings got destroyed, but it all got picked up by the Mutalisk.
Yeah.
There's only one left going to fall.
Exactly.
No more Thors, no more anti-air, these medivacs are down.
Exactly, the medivacs, they get chased away, they are going to go down. Meanwhile, Ryu does get pushed away. There are a couple more Widow Mines here, but in the middle of all that, again, some mines. Kaozfate has to be so careful with his army. Oh god! Jesus Christ. He gets pulled back.
Nice Widow Mine shots. The Baneling shot down.
Hey, there are so many mines here, so much potential. Ryu hasn't pulled the trigger on them yet, but if Kaozfate pulls back, if he gets pushed away, then he will be being pushed away into those mines.
Yeah. While this is happening, Ryu is trying to do a counterattack on the side of the map with a bunch of Zerlings. Base is free.
Yeah,
Ryu cannot hold it, he just give it up.
Yeah, exactly. Ryu gives up his base. Meanwhile, a big Ling run by. It's not going to find too much damage, but these Mutas are being able to pick off a couple of units here and there.
So be careful, you don't want to get sandwich.
Oh, the mines.
Mine.
Doesn't go for it. Not yet. Mate, Ryu is being so patient. I feel almost greedy-like. Like, he wants, like, the perfect connection. He's like, not yet. I want everything. Oh my god. Meanwhile, again, what's important is that these Banelings, they don't just like they can't just kill things, but they're also scouting as well. He gets to see the army movement. Meanwhile, he catches a couple of reinforcements in the middle of the map. No Widow Mines here. He can just fight.
Yeah, and he does. The army of Kaozfate forced to come back.
God, that he is. Kaozfate, he's trying to chase down these Mutas. These Mutas find more damage, killed a couple of missile turrets here. And now Kaozfate, he's chasing.
Yeah, he's teaming a lot as well. But this infantry is really red.
Yeah, and as all this is happening, here come the Lings. I don't know if I like this. The Lings are kind of running towards their death here, but the Mutas are still finding a lot of damage.
Yes, they have not managed to destroy a lot of SCVs, but they have managed to destroy like chaos flows.
Mm-hmm.
Another base, more turrets that are going down.
Yeah,
I think he has killed more turrets than SCV this match.
I was about to say there weren't any SCVs to repair those turrets, so they did all go down. These mutas are doing so well. Scan gets used. Kaozfate, he does see the next base. Meanwhile, another Ling run by, but mate, there are plenty of Lings here. These Lings kind of just being donated. What I'm concerned about, and this happens a lot, thankfully, Hive is done. I was about to say, more often than not, Ryu stays on their tech a little bit too long. He only has 2 upgrades though. He needs 3-3.
Oh, interestingly, Ryu does not connect his Banelings to the army. He decides to push back at the last second. He
Ooh.
Nice Widowmine, nice Baneling mine there. Now, the important thing is that there's very few Widowmines with this army.
Yes.
But the thing is, it is mostly Marauder.
Yeah, and this is very risky from Ryu. So Ryu, he gives up 2 bases because of how large this army is. He's going for a Ling run by. We'll see if it finds any damage. It does mean that there are only Banelings and Mutas to defend. Oh, he's actually getting some kills. Oh my god. Okay.
Again, Kaozfate, he's missing like those lucky Widowmine shot on those Banelings. Every time that a Widowmine shot goes off, it only kills Zerlings at most.
Exactly. Likewise, there are so many missile targets here, even though the mutas are catching the army out of position, like there's just so much side defense. Meanwhile, Ryu, he's leading him! He's leading him! Ah!
Oh, that's a lot. And there's more.
There's more! Go, puppy, go! Do it! No! Oh, they go off!
They go off only because Kaozfate scan up. Yeah, the scan.
Meanwhile, 16 SCVs went down. We have lanes all over this 4th base. Mutas are here as well. Kaozfate, he's forced back home to respond.
He destroyed CC. He managed to destroy CC. The Zerlings and the Mutas are still alive, and now.
Yeah, this is great and all, but again, I really worry for Ryu because he's starting to bleed out. He lost a bunch of hatcheries, and he's still behind in upgrades. He's still only on 2-2.
Oh, those militaries are being so annoying. They're now going to try to go for the Barras hit, but meanwhile, Kaozfate is going to take another base.
Yeah, another hatchery goes down. Ryu, he's doing a really good job at counterattacking, but he just can't afford to lose these bases. And I think over time, Kaozfate has just worn Ryu down. Look at the soup.
Yep, 126 supply versus 188. Ryu has basically only Mutalisks. He only has Mutalisks and drones.
Exactly.
And not more.
I mean, to be fair, these mutas will clean up these medevacs eventually, but like the main army of Kaozfate is finally consolidating. Ryu, he didn't take into ultras, he didn't get 3-3, he didn't take into the Hive tech units. Even though he has the Hive, he only used it for +3 flyer attack. So this is something that happens sometimes with Ryu, where he tunnel visions a little bit too much, and now he's far behind in tech. Just army in general.
Indeed, he is. So all he has basically is an apocalypse of mutants.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, is not much enough of an apocalypse because there is by how many turns.
Yeah. And mate, man with gun is pretty OP. Like, mutas cannot fight this at all. There are too many Marines here. We have some Ling Bane, but it's not enough. GG gets called, and Kaozfate takes game number 1. Oof. What a game.
Hey, man. And this is only game number 1. This is a best of 5. Remember, this is a best of 5, so we're going to have at least 2 more of these.
This is why we were looking.
Do you think your heart can take it?
We'll see. Well, thank you so much to Jumping Soldier for the 10 bits. Would siege tanks help Chaos defend his bases? Arguably, I mean, bunkers would help as well. I mean, the Ling Runbys were doing a lot of damage there. There were plenty of missile tarts to stop the mutas, but the Ling Runbys were actually doing a lot, kind of. Yeah, I don't know about siege tanks, but definitely bunkers, sensor towers, to see the army, to see those Runbys ahead of time. In the end, honestly, Kaozfate, he did a decent job at defending his bases, and we saw his economy was good enough to the point where, like, he barely dropped from being maxed out. Like, he had so much army there.
Yeah. One of the good things about Kaozfate, his macro is very good.
Yes, he has insane macro. And we see that is where, especially in the late game, Ryu can lack a little bit. Again, with his lack in upgrades and his lack in teching up. I guess something else that comes from that is also his creep spread. His queens, after a certain point, the queens die, he doesn't respread his creep, and it becomes very difficult for him to hold on to his bases. We saw he started losing base after base after base at a point, and he just ran out of money.
You're not seeing him, but here in the group, I'm here with Rio and Kaozfate. Kaozfate is just going go fast because he's just in a hurry to be over.
He's like, yo, hurry up, let's go. Best of 3? Best of 1? Oh boy. Alright. Here we go, mate. We're in game 2.
Yes, welcome everyone. Welcome to Jagannatha LE, where LE stands for last edition, because this is probably going to be the last map that Blizzard updates on the map pool. Here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, the one who's currently 1-0 is the Peruvian Terran Kaozfate.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Peruvian Zerg player. He is red, representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Ryu. Oh, going for a pull first.
Pull first and on Jagannatha of all maps.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Is he going for a really fast aggression, or is he going just to want to be like really safe in case of a proxy?
I think he wants to be safe, especially with this Overlord checking over here on the left-hand side. It's possible that because you were talking about how impatient Kaozfate was being a little bit, how he was like, go, like Rapido, right? Like maybe Ryu thinks that he was going to get cheesed.
Well, luckily for him, he's not. Mm-hmm. And this has just become a safe pull. Mm-hmm. We'll see how many links he does. He does six links.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 6 links.
Go across the map and try to deny that second CC.
Yes. These links, their goal is to delay the natural base. Best case scenario, they deny it, which and force a cancel, which we very rarely see, especially with only 6 lings. But regardless, Ryu, he's looking to try and make sure these lings do not get intercepted by the Reaper.
There we go. Reaper is on the way. And look, Ryu is going like the off. He's not going in the group. They see each other.
Yeah, he saw a glimpse, and now, oh my god, the Reaper's turn around. This is disastrous for Ryu. He was trying to avoid the Reaper. Oh god. Okay, the Lings get here anyway. They will be able to kill or force a delay on this CC, but again, just barely delaying it. I guess a little less mining time, but
yeah, I think the mining time was the most important part, but yeah, at the end of the day, these things didn't accomplish what they said to do.
Yeah. Oh god, literally a second. It was 1 second off, and Kaozfate, he just barely caught a glimpse of those lings.
Is that going to get inside? Yes. Barely. I mean, he's a nothing really.
Yeah.
It's not he got the third CC before Starport.
Yes. Third CC before Starport. Kaozfate taking after innovation with this opener. Oh boy. And something that I didn't get to say as we were getting into this, is that, mate, like, this is what I love about these two, and ooh. Whoa. Who's Jun Kimilo?
He's the Reaper.
Ah, all right. Yeah, that's what you were saying. Of course. Reaper OP. And what's interesting is that Ryu, he's going for a Roach Rush.
3 base Roach. I mean, 2.5 base Roach most likely, because the hatchery is not going to be saturated at all. Yep. It's only going to be used to make roaches so far. There you go. 6 roaches on the way.
Here we go, and we'll see if this catches Kaozfate off guard. Kaozfate has nothing but Hellions right now, so honestly, Roaches are going to do very well here. We should be a switch. We should see a switch. Never mind. Stim is on the way. No Banshee.
He's going Medivac. Okay, Viking, Hellion. He will not have much to defend this.
Exactly. This push will deal some damage. How much? It's all up to Kaozfate, right? And on top of that, it's very possible that we could see these Hellions even go across the map and kill drones while the Roaches are killing his workers. So it could be a little bit awkward here, but oh, the Hellions see the Roaches.
The Hellion see. Kaozfate decides to come back.
Oh boy, and here come the Roaches. We'll see if he does evacuate his natural base. There he does. He's looking to try and save as many workers as possible. And with this, Ryu, he should be able to force the CC to lift up. We'll see. Oh, no mining so far. Workers are going down. Yo.
No, yeah, he's going after the supply. Oh no, about supply dip.
Oh no! There's so much value.
To get the heavily supply block.
Aye. Both depots have the extra cooldown supply on them, and they will both go down. Look at that supply.
I mean, yes, only 45 supply that Kaozfate can do, and like what Kaozfate currently has, all he's going to need because he cannot build anything.
Exactly.
And a few Hellions. Nice.
Yep. And the CC is lifted up as well. No mining. Finally, Ryu lets up a little bit, but he's still here. The tank does deter the Roach Ravager, but again, they have to be in range.
Good. 2 Roaches in one shot. Nice shots.
And this is the correct decision by Ryu. So Ryu, even though he went for a Roach Warren, like he makes these early like Roaches and Ravagers, and then switches into Lingbane. Like, you don't stay on Roach Ravager. That's, like, arguably a mistake that Eggs did, is that because he stayed on Roach Ravager, as the game progressed, Kaozfate's army got better and better against it. But Ryu, he's completely switching things up into Lingbane.
Yep. Taking now his 4th base. After the good work that he did delaying the economy of Kaozfate with only a few Roaches and Ravagers, Ryu has the lead, and he's going to keep it.
Yes. For now, he's going to keep it. Kaozfate, he's been in this position before.
Ryu is not Kaozfate. Ryu does not like baseball. Okay.
This is true. Ryu does. He's not looking to throw it. It's gonna be harder for Ryu to throw it, but it's possible, right? Like Kaozfate, he's a very good player, and he's not one to give up.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I like it. Clearing overlords in the path just so that this drop of Hellions goes unnoticed.
Exactly. Here we go.
Oh, is he going to save it? Is he going to save it for later, or what? Or why is the medivac not going?
At the moment, he's just chilling for now. He's attempting to expand, but he can't because there's a Ling. There's a Ling down there stopping the CC. There we go. Finally, the drop does go into the main base. Drones are lining up. Oh, can they get there?
No, they could not. Only 3 drones go down. That was a really good defense by Ryu. No, more than a good defense, it was a good reaction by Ryu.
Yes. Ooh, and I love this. So, game number 1, we saw Ryu go Lingbane Muta. Game 2, we are seeing Lingbane Hydra Lurker.
Yes, now all the Grand Army. Yes, after the previous game, the Mutalists were very annoying. At the end of the day, they didn't do the critical damage that Ryu wanted to.
Yes.
So I think switching to something that can fight more directly the army of Kaozfate is a wise decision.
Yes, I agree. Like, at no point did those mutas were they able to fight the main army, and even when they harassed, there were like 3 or 4 missile turrets, and they would kill the missile turrets, but they just wouldn't be able to have as much free reign as they would have liked. So I love this from Ryu, completely switching things up here, working on his upgrades. Because he's going for the infestation pit, and because he wants to go into lurkers, he will be forced to go into an earlier hive. Thank God. So he does have the hive. Going to be working on those upgrades. This is looking much better here for Ryu.
Yep, definitely. Kaozfate still has not reached his critical mass that he likes to do with his infantry. he's actually focusing a lot of Marauders instead of mines, like we saw in the last game. So
Yeah.
tanks and Marauder Marine is what we're going to see.
And like that does well against Road Ravager and even against Banelings, because again, Banelings don't trade well against Marauders, right? But it's also a lot more expensive, and we'll see if he can pull it off. He tries to go for a double drop. Ryu is ready and waiting. He got spotted by the spotter Ling, as the Ling does go down.
Yes.
It's okay. You did your job.
You will be remembered.
You will be. You won't be. These these roaches get cleaned up. Oh god. To be fair, they also did their job, but again, they're kind of dead supply at the moment.
Well, they killed one of their own. They killed one of the poor Marine.
Kaozfate is upset.
That Marine say questionable things. He may have been a spy. That Marine was sus. He was a suspect.
He was sus, mate. We saw him vent, mate. Oh god. Meanwhile, here we go. Kaozfate, we do see a double drop here towards the 4th base of Ryu. At the same time, his main army is trying to push through the center. There's a lot of creep to work through, and there's a lot of Bane Hydra. The Lurker Den is done, but still we don't see any Lurkers.
Nice one. Picks the queen, picks a few settlings, and as soon as the Banelings arrive, he picks up.
Yeah, Ryu is being spread thin a little bit, but I like this. He's sending all his queens over here to help defend against that drop. Meanwhile, the rest of the army is here in the center, and finally, the Lurkers are coming out.
Yep. We have 6 Lurkers out of the map currently, 3 more being built. The upgrades for the Lurkers are also on the way.
Ooh.
More drops here for Kaozfate.
Yes. Ryu was anticipating that the drop would go here into his 4th base, but instead it went into the main, so drones will go down. Meanwhile, this main army pushes forward, but he goes into Lurkers.
Yeah, you never want to go directly into Lurkers as with only infantry. That's a bad idea. The drop was clean. Ryu lost 6 workers, but that base was basically mined out already, so nothing much lost really.
Yeah, and now here come the Lurkers just right on top of the army. Oh my god, even abduct some of the tanks.
Yeah, it was a nice engagement for Ryu. Now that Kaozfate has nothing really to show up the Banelings, this is going to be really helpful for Kaozfate.
Yes.
Kaozfate needs to...
He pulls back, he takes another base, and he needs to think about how he's going to deal with these Lurkers. We have seen him go into Liberators and Ghosts in the past, but again, that's a lot of tech, that's a lot of money, that's a lot of gas. We'll see what he prioritizes, but he needs something. He needs something else other than just Marine Marauder tank.
I believe he's going to stick with the Marine Marauder tanks. He's researching the +1 attack for the tanks. He's still building tanks 2 at a time. And, I mean, seeing how good Kaozfate is with his infantry micro, I don't think he needs to change. I think he's just going to keep whatever it is he's doing. Meanwhile, Ryu is not happy with the way things are turning out, and he just straight going into the base of Kaozfate.
Exactly, I love this. So the base goes down, Kaozfate, he goes for a counterattack. He realizes he cannot fight straight up the Lurkers, so now he forces Ryu to respond. But Ryu, he gets on top of the tanks! Oh, the blinding clouds! No.
Yes, and the infantry is in a really...
Oh my god, the power bombs on the Medivacs as well. Everything is gonna go down here.
Kaozfate just lost all of his army, mate. All of his army.
Mate. Kaozfate went for a Hail Mary play, hoping that Ryu would throw. Nah, mate. Ryu comes back, he cleans everything up, mate. Oh my god.
Yeah, mate, remember, Ryu doesn't like baseball. He lives in Italy.
Yes, we played with our feet in Italy, and GG gets called. Ryu ties up the series 1-1. Oh. GG. The jumping soldier asking, is Roach Hydralisk good against Bio? Not really. It used to be a composition back in the day, back in Heart of the Swarm, but it's just not very efficient at all. you're better off going Ling Bane Hydra. Again, as we saw, the Roaches were only for the beginning of the game. Then he transitioned and switched completely out of them. They serve their purpose. And we are getting into game 3. What is Kaozfate saying now in the in the group chat?
We're going for... We're seeing what the next map is going to be.
Okay. As I update the score on the screen right now so everyone can see, right now we are tied up 1-1. As a reminder, this is not the ace match. This is a best of 5. So we're just tied up. Still got at least 2 more games ahead of us.
Yes, finally, the best of 5 that we deserve.
Yes. And so far, it did not disappoint. Oof. Again, Kaozfate, he struggled a little bit there, but a lot of it came down to him being behind early on. With that Roach Ravager, it dealt a lot of damage, and he really did struggle to come back. If we had a more head-to-head engagement with Kaozfate up against that Ling Bane Hydra Lurker Viper style, I'm sure Kaozfate would have a much better time. If his economy wasn't hindered early on, he'd be able to switch his tech. But yeah, that game he was in a rough place. God, and mate, when his army got swallowed up, that was that's like a wet dream for Zerg, and that's like a nightmare for Terran. And also shout out to Darking, by the way. Darking, my co-caster here, he's actually adminning this very tournament. He helped organize this. He contacted all the players. He set up the spreadsheet to count the points. Darking, he's the guy basically behind the entire event.
Yes, you people are not seeing, but I'm managing the players at the moment, doing the lobbies, updating the Wikipedia page, updating the TL.net calendar, and making sure all the casters are here, and talking nonsense in the stream.
Yes. Darking, there's a reason why we call him El Padrino. He is, of course, the main tournament organizer in Latin America. So yeah, I really appreciate that you are able to come on here and help cast as well. In English, not even your native language.
I mean, at this point in time, English is almost like it. I remember when the first time that I noticed that I really knew English. Like more than when was it? It was like a lot of time ago. It was more than a decade ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing a game on my PC. I was starting to play Portal. Do you know Portal?
Yeah.
I don't remember if I think it was Portal 1. I believe it was Portal 1. Maybe Portal 2, I don't remember. I played Portal. And I started, and then I closed the game because there was an update. Okay? So I closed it, the game update, and when the game update, originally I had the game in Spanish, but when the game update, it resetted the setting to English. And I didn't notice for like 2 hours. I didn't notice at all. I was playing completely normally. All the voices, and I completely didn't notice that the language changed. That was when I realized, like, oh, okay, I know English.
Yes. I know Kuro is the same way, because obviously her native language is Polish, but because nowadays she spends a lot of her time on the internet and speaking in English and typing in English and everything, it's something that she kind of prefers now as well. Kind of.
Yeah, almost every media that I consume is in English as well. Most of the books that I read, all the podcasts that I listen, most of the YouTube videos, you know. So yeah, like you say that you're not in your native language. Sure, it's not as good as Spanish, but it's really good.
It's good enough.
Right. What do you think is better, my English or your Spanish?
Your English, mate. Your English. my understanding of Spanish is there. Like again, I told you before, like I listen to like Espira podcasts and stuff like that, and it's fine. I can watch and listen to like a Spanish stream or a Spanish video. It's fine. But I just don't have the vocabulary or the grammar. You've noticed sometimes I would say something and directly translated to English, it would make sense, but like saying it in Spanish, it's like off, you know? And it just, you can tell that it's not right. It's not native. It's like, you know, there are better ways to phrase what you're saying. I can be understood in Spanish, but it may not be just like the best way to say it.
Yes, I completely get you. I completely get you. You know, la mapa.
La mapa, yeah. Of course.
We're just here in the lobby, chilling. Kaozfate asking for 5 minutes.
Yeah, Kaozfate asked for a break, so I completely understand it. You know, maybe he's getting some water, maybe he's stretching.
water, come on.
He's lining up some shots, you know, he's getting the lemon and the salt ready, you know. He's after that loss, he's like, nah man, I gotta take another hit, you know, I gotta get back into it. God damn it, Kaozfate. Fun fact. I don't think I ever finished Portal 1 because Portal 1 was free. After a certain period, it was free on Steam.
I mean, a lot of those old games have been free at one time.
Yeah, but this was like in 2008. I think 2008. And my PC couldn't run it. It was you know how my PC couldn't run StarCraft. Well, in 2008, my PC couldn't run Portal. It could, but on the lowest settings. And when I played it, like there were a bunch of like graphical glitches. Like it just didn't like it. It looked like there were just some graphical images that were just not there, and there were certain parts of the game that wouldn't work either. So I could play but up to a certain point, and then it was basically unplayable after that. It's like
like question. Do you have Portal 2?
I didn't get Portal 2. No. I watched.
Okay. You should get Portal 2 because you know what idea I just had?
What, the co-op?
Yes, we should play co-op, you and me, and stream it together. Each one is on stream. Because I played Portal 2 and I finished Portal 2, but only a single player. I never played the co-op because I had no one to play. How about this? I have never played the co-op.
I mean, Portal is really fun. The thing about Portal is that when it came out a long time ago now, Portal 2, I mean, I watched the entire playthrough, like single player and co-op as well, and because of that, I'm like, well, now I don't need to buy the game. I'm like, I'm kind of good, so that's why I never ended up buying it. But maybe. We'll see.
Well, now you have an excuse. Come on, the content. Just think of the content. This is big CranKy Duckling cross Espira that the internet needs.
Maybe one day. Man, I don't have the time to play Portal 2, man. But mate, have you seen our casting schedule? It's been insane. And on top of that, the VODs to edit. There were 18 VODs last week. We casted 18 tournaments. And I have to cut them all up. And yesterday I think I did 10 yesterday. And I had to do the rest today. Before DreamHack, because we're casting DreamHack in the evening.
Just another day in the Ducklings office.
We learn English just to watch the CranKy Ducklings. Gracias, oh my boy. Gracias. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. I know that there's a lot of Latin American speakers who show up and support the CranKy Ducklings, even though they don't fully understand what we're saying because they're speaking in English and sometimes very fast. But we appreciate it. Yes. Oh my Bob, he's letting us know. Spanish is weird with la mapa. With mapa, yeah. Doesn't make any sense.
Yes, he's back. The countdown has started. Guys, be careful. Your inner Peruvian is getting out.
Let's go. Let's go. Of course, we're getting back into this Peruvian finals. Ryu versus Kaozfate. Tírate tus gas in the chat. Let's go. Oh my god.
There we go, my the countdown for the map has begun. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the third map in our best of 5 series. This is Blackburn LE, my favorite map in the current map pool. And I'm spawning in the left side height of the map, the Terran player who lost last game. Can he take it back? This is Kaozfate.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Blackburn LE, we have the Peruvian Zerg player, the best Zerg player in all of Peru, representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Ryu.
All right. We have returned to the antithesis that was the previous map. The previous map had a very long walk-away distance. This was, I believe, the shortest in the whole map pool. So what do you think is going to happen?
So I am worried for Ryu here. We saw Eggs was able to win on this map, and he went fast. He went for a very fast muta play, and he was hyper aggressive. He was trading inefficiently, but what was important was that he was keeping Kaozfate at home. I have seen Ryu lose to Kaozfate on this map. I've seen Ryu lose to Terran on this map. I've even seen him lose to... He lost to Smile on this map.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say we saw it last week.
Yeah.
We saw it. I believe that every time they play on
this... Like, bio pushes on this map hit so hard, and they get reinforced so quickly, and we see Zerg players just fall apart and crumble. That's why Eggs had a very interesting approach to this map with how aggressive he was, and eventually it worked out for him, right? But I don't think that Ryu is that kind of player, so I do think he is going to struggle here. At the same time, I'm sure he's aware of his strengths and weaknesses on this map, and obviously we saw him lose on this map in the qualifiers, so maybe he has a better response. Maybe he's improved.
Okay, he's scouting, or is he going for a faster base? No, he's going for the faster, I believe.
Yeah, he's hiding the drone.
For the Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Reaper now enters the base.
It does. There are drones here. We'll see if the Reaper can get any drone kills. No. Does get forced away by the Lings. Oh.
Okay, so be careful. The Queen is out. He can shoot the Reaper down.
Yes, the Reaper does leave, but that doesn't mean that Ryu does get his third base up.
Yes, Kaozfate just now is going to notice it.
Yes, they won't be able to do anything to stop it. Meanwhile, back at home, once again, very fast third CC. Yo, Kaozfate loves this opener.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, I gotta say that's a very risky fast third CC that you do, and you have and Kaozfate has basically done it in this whole series.
Yeah, I mean, especially based off of how he played against Eggs, I think Kaozfate is just confident that even if an all-in comes, that he can defend. Sure, he'll lose workers, but because he has 3 CC, he can get back into the game anyway. I think that's probably his thought process, that even though, yes, it's greedy, I think he's confident.
We'll see if confidence is what it takes to be good on this map with this build.
Yeah. Meanwhile, shout out to Smile in the chat. He's like, I never understand anyone. It takes too much brain power. Oh, God. Smile, please. We were wondering if it was Jim or Paco Mike who were king of the Mancos, but it may be Smile, I don't know.
King of the Mancos, mate. What are you saying?
Oh, God. We love you, Smile. We love you.
Yeah. Interesting enough, Kaozfate, he has his 4 Helios, and he's not active with it.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
Just anywhere. I was expecting them to like go out as soon as they all pop out. I wonder what he's waiting for, or is he just scared of a counterattack by Zerling?
Yeah. I mean, maybe he was waiting for this, right? Get a full wall up first, and then go across the map. Oh no, never mind. He was just waiting for the better.
This is what he was wanting. He was wanting for the medical.
He gets scouted.
I believe he got scouted.
Oh god, but did Ryu notice is the real question, because sure, the Ling saw it, but did Ryu see it as the drop is going to go eventually across the map? That Viking once again was kind of clearing the Overlord. There was no Overlord here though. The Viking still doesn't have a kill.
Come on, the suspense jokes go already.
Oh god. Meanwhile, Ryu, he's actually setting up a bunch of stack defense. I love it just because, again, of how aggressive Terran players can be on this map. You could argue that it is a dent to his economy, which is true, but you could also argue that it's kind of necessary.
There we go. He's going in. When is Ryu gonna react?
He reacts. Oh god, the drones, the body blocking on the queens, but the Hellions, they do get on top of the drones.
Oh, the medivac goes down, so these Hellions got down as well. 5 drones ready. The body block was really good. That was basically save Ryu's economy over there. And it looked like he's taking his gold base.
Yes, I love it. He is taking the gold. So 5 drones, it's a decent amount of damage, but because the medevac got picked off, I don't know if it was necessarily worth it. But this is important. The fact that Kaozfate actually scouted this base. So we should be seeing some aggression come this way in the form of drops or just straight up pushes.
One random Zerling just trying to be the hero. got destroyed by SCVs.
He's like, I got this, let's go. No. He met his end.
You know you didn't do your job if an SCV killed you.
Yeah. Oh god. And this is what I was talking about. Kaozfate, he saw the gold and now he's looking to punish it. That's why it's so important. Ryu needs to clean up these rocks just to make it easier to defend this base. Those spines from earlier, they are repositioned over here towards the gold. Is this going to be enough to defend?
I don't know, mate. I don't know, because there are 2 tanks and we would know that tanks outrank spine.
This is true, but there are Ravagers, and Ravagers, they love to go up against these tanks, but the tanks, they siege up, and these spines, they're dead, mate.
Oh, here we go. The attack by Ryu on the left side.
Oh, yeah, he does bow down one of the tanks. He has to be careful. He lost a lot of his roach buffer, and this is something that I didn't realize. I didn't realize how committed he was to the roaches. Roach speed is done. 1-1 is done as well for the roaches, and he's ignoring the army, and he's going for the counterattack.
Yeah, he's going for the counterattack. What does Kaozfate has? He has only 1 tank here, only 1 tank.
Oh god, 1 tank is so vulnerable. Oh god, exactly. I mean, Kaozfate has really good positioning. Oh, even has tanks on the high ground to buffer, or to cover the position.
You cannot break this for now.
Mm-hmm. And this
he's trying to transition into his +2/+2 for range and armor, and he's higher than me.
Yeah, and this is dangerous because Ryu wanted to deal more damage. Like, again, we were talking about how Ryu struggles in a late game on this map, and we see now he is being the aggressor. He is trying to find all this early game damage, but he just hasn't found it. He wasn't able to touch the 3rd base at all. Oh god.
She's trying to find damage, but no. There's a lot of infantry here, a lot of DPS,
and this could be it, mate. Again, without Banelings, it's so difficult to fight these Marines. A lot of the Ravagers were taken down as well. Only 2 Ravagers left.
The 2 Ravagers and the tanks are intact.
Oh god, exactly. The tanks are slowly sieging up. The bio is pushing forward. We do see Ryu, he's trying to engage here. He does throw down some biles, but this is just not enough, mate.
There's not enough, and there's more coming still, mate. The supply for Ryu is dropping very rapidly. GG, Kaozfate takes it. He takes the game number 3.
Kaozfate takes the lead in this series. Again, what Ryu was going for was meant to maybe even kill his opponent, at least get a bunch of damage done at the third base. But that was just such good positioning by Kaozfate, not just like his one tank at the third, but also sieging up on the high ground as well. Like, he was set up so well.
Yes, he did a really good job of it, and he traded really well with his infantry.
Very well there. And Kaozfate takes the win on Blackburn, but at the same time, I feel like, especially because of how Ryu played there, he kind of Ryu was kind of expecting to take an L on Blackburn. He's like, you know what, take it. I can bring it back on the other maps. As we are getting ready for game number 4, as I quickly update the score on the screen right now. It looks like everyone is in, and we are diving straight into game number 4. It is going to be on Oxide.
Yes, one of the most standard maps in the map pool. I believe that Light thinks it is their favorite.
Yeah, I think everyone is in agreement with that. But what I will say is I think Ryu will have a much easier time on this map than on Blackburn.
Yes. We'll see. And here we go, mate. Welcome to Oxide LA, our 4th map in this best of 5 series. And here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, the Peruvian Terran playing for New Angels. It is Kaozfate.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have the Peruvian Zerg player. He is red, representing the CranKy Ducklings. Currently down in the series, it is Ryu.
Tell me, like, right at this very moment, how proud are you of your boy Ryu?
I mean, he's had a very deep run. Honestly, I was very impressed with the game that he took from Kaozfate, and even the game that he lost. Like, he looked really good in game number 1. I'm sure eventually he got whittled down, but you know, I think Ryu has shown a very good finals here so far. And we'll see if he can take it all the way to the ace match. I think that's the way this has to end. Win or lose, mate, we got to go to the ace match.
We gotta go to the ace match. Ryu opening very standard, hatch gas pool. Meanwhile, Kaozfate is going for the signature Reaper expand, most likely. The question is he going to do the faster CC in a 4th time in a row?
I imagine so.
Even more in a row, because he also versus X in game number 3.
Yeah. I imagine we're going to see it. I mean, to be fair, Kaozfate, he has mixed in other builds. He has gone for these Hellbat pushes before, even earlier today. So he could try and whip that out. I'm not too fond of it, though. I don't know if that's the best idea, but we'll see. Thing is, there's no reason for Chaos to take that risk, right? Like, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I believe he is the favorite in this matchup.
And here we go. The Reaper is... Oh my god, he gets
the Reaper! That was huge. Now the Lynx has free reigns and they're going across the map because
Mates, these Lynx are going across the map. This CC will finish, so I mean, Kaozfate should be perfectly fine, but these Lynx could find some damage. Maybe pick off an SCV, maybe pick off a Marine. Oh my.
Güey, no tengo idea qué quiere decir. Creo que quiere decir la
Las cagué? La cagué? Maybe?
I think, maybe.
That would make sense. Oh my god, Chaos, he knows he messed up. And off the back of this, Ryu throws down a Roach Warren.
Oh god. Is Ryu gonna take advantage of that little mistake and just ruin Kaozfate game plan?
Personally, I love it, but yo, Kaozfate is going for an SCV. Oh, never mind. He turns back.
I mean, I mean, he did take that forward tier base again. So Ryu loves taking his forward tier base, and I think he's playing to be more aggressive.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially with these roaches. 5 roaches are on the way. What is there to defend here? Once again, we've been here before in game number 2, if you remember, where Kaozfate, he's just got a bunch of Hellions. He's got a Viking. Like, he doesn't really have a Banshee or anything to defend. So these roaches could deal a lot of damage.
Here we go. Did he saw the roaches? I don't think he saw the roaches.
Oh, he didn't see them. Not yet. The roaches were just able to swerve past those Hellions, and now they're going across the map. Meanwhile, the Hellions, they're turned back around, and good. We'll see how much damage Ryu can get done.
They see them.
You know,
finally see.
The Roach Ravager are here. The tank does get started.
I mean, Kaozfate at least has one good thing going for him in this game, is that he didn't make that fast.
True.
He's going for more barracks instead.
Exactly. So this isn't as bad of a position as it was in the previous game, where Ryu went for this. Meanwhile, all these depots are forfeit. The reactor is forfeit as well. The tank is going to pop out, but now the Roach Ravager is in the base. That tank, it's under threat.
Oh, it's Stim.
No, Stim, puppy. Oh god, it goes down.
Stim goes down. The reactor tracks also go down, mates. This push did even more damage than in previous games.
Ay. He may not have gotten a lot of worker kills, but as you said, the depots, the reactor, the add-ons, oh my god. And now?
The most importantly made Stim.
Yeah, exactly, Stim.
What's important. Now it's going to be so late.
Exactly, and Ryu's gonna have a lot of time to come up with a response. Again, he was droning up behind this, you know, Baneliness. He's switching into, I was about to say into Ling Bane. I think this is a little bit too risky. He's going straight into Aspire.
Shout out to Yoda Slim in the chat. How are you, Yoda?
Yoda in the chat. I hope you're doing well, Yoda. I hope you're doing well. I've seen your boats. I saw you got a murder in it. God, just be careful. Just be careful, mate. Yoda got a boat.
What are you talking about?
Got a boat. He got a motorboat. Yeah.
Wait, isn't Yoda living in Texas?
Yeah.
But Texas is a desert.
There's like a lake. There's like a lake that he goes to. I want to say a lake, maybe a pond. Where he's had many adventures, and I imagine that's the same one that he goes to with his boat. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he can let us in on some of his adventures.
Should come to Monterrey. We can ride the boat in the Presa de la Boca.
Oh god. Yeah, hope you're doing well, Yed. I hope you're doing well. Meanwhile, Ryu, he's looking really good so far. Again, I still think it's a bit of a risk that he's going for the Spire play, just because I mean, maybe not. Like, +1 is about to finish up. That's what I'm worried about. Like, the Marines are going to be pretty good, pretty strong.
Yes. Kaozfate, he's not just sitting around doing nothing. He's preparing a drop. Look on the right side of the map lights. Right side. What? Right.
What?
Right.
Oh. It blended in with the with the tree. I was looking for the orange and I couldn't see it, mate. I'm blind, mate. I'm just blind. As the job does come in here, +1 is done, Stim is done, and all these things are going down. Eventually, Ryu will clean this up, but Kaozfate is trading so well here, and he scouts Aspire.
Yes, he scouted everything. He took out 3 queens and he killed a bunch of Zerlings. At the end, it was clean and it did much economic damage, but the trade was good and the scouting was good.
And at the same time, the mutas, they go across the map. Sure, they pick off a Viking. Ooh, can they get a tank? Oh! Ooh.
Nice save by the medivacs.
Solid macro there by Kaozfate, able to keep them alive. The mutas have to be careful. They haven't paid for themselves yet. And this is what I was worried about. Like, a lot of gas was spent on these mutas. They're not going to help in the fight. They can pick off tanks and medevac, sure, but you need Ling Bane.
11 Banelings are being morphed right now. Do they have sending speed? Yes, I believe they do, right?
Yes, Baneling speed is done. That is something that Ryu did prioritize, but now the tanks are sieged up here. Oh, 4 tanks. It's going to be difficult here to break this position.
He needs to be careful. I think Ryu is going for a pin attack.
Yeah, that he is the mutas. They take down one of the tanks. Meanwhile, oh, the tanks get a lot of shots off. Go, mutas, go.
Without doing anything, and they go. Metal is over the tanks. 2 tanks are going to pick off, but be careful. Be careful. You don't want to lose all these metals to these marines.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he just lost 2.
More mutas get picked off. There are just not enough banelings. There are only 3 banelings. That's it.
Yeah, a third tank now shows up, and mate, they're starting to get out of control for Ryu.
Yeah, the 3rd base falls. Ryu, he's really struggling here. Again, he just needs more banelings, and he's just not getting them. He does get 1 connection. The mutas do pick off 2 tanks.
2 tanks are picked up, but the infantry is still here, mate.
Yeah.
And this is the most PS that Kaozfate has, and now Kaozfate is just gonna walk straight.
Exactly. The Ling Bane is coming in. He's trying to get the connections. The tank does fall. No more tanks, but as you were saying, there's still plenty of bio. And Ryu, yo, he messed up with his production. Look at his bank. He wasn't able to spend it. GG gets called.
GG. Congratulations, Kaozfate. You are again the Desafiantes champion.
GG, congratulations to Desafiantes in a row. Kaozfate is the champion, as you said. Ryu, too greedy, mate. Taking up straight into Spire like that. You had a lead, and then you just took it too far. Took it too far there in the end. You needed to focus on your ground army. You need to focus on your anti-marine army in the end, and Kaozfate was able to take it. He is our champion. And GG. Again, this is something that we should have had months ago. It would have been a beautiful finals for La Llama Dorada. And Kaozfate, mate, he's not just the champion of Desafiantes, but he's also, I think we can with confidence say he's the best in Peru.
Yes, currently the best Peruvian player in the world. Kaozfate, congratulations. A 3-1. It was a very resounding victory. Even the game that he lost, it was a close call in the end.
Yes. And I'd also be very curious as to what the vetoes were, because again, I don't know, mate. I don't think I've seen Ryu win on Blackburn.
Can I tell you the vetoes? I know the vetoes, of course.
Okay, well, what were the 2 vetoes?
Ryu vetoed. Let me see.
Beckett?
Yes, I believe he vetoed Beckett Industries, and wait, let me see. Yes, Ryu vetoed Beckett Industries, and Kaozfate vetoed Lightshade.
Ooh, makes sense for both players. I mean, Ryu, you got to choose Blackburn or Beckett. I guess they both have the same advantages to Terran in that you can push very hard on those maps, and it's Kaozfate. He's gonna push hard, mate. So yeah, veto's 1. That's the other through, and GG, well played.
GG indeed. Congratulations to Kaozfate. You become the Desafiantes champions two times in a row. I don't know if I should be happy because you won 2 times in a row, or if I should be sad because you're here 2 times in a row.
That's the thing, right? For those wondering, Kaozfate, I can't wait to see him in a DreamHack main event. We were talking about it. Unfortunately, due to himself, he was unable to qualify for DreamHack main event. He made it to the closed qualifier, but he did injure himself, and he was injured while playing in the closed qualifier, so he didn't make it through. But he definitely deserves to be there. He's an amazing player. So, I love Thabo in the chat. Time to do a contract for Kaozfate? Kappa, mate. I feel like if we start paying Kaozfate, it's gonna get worse. He's gonna
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
He's just
that's when you need. That's what you need to put in the contract. The clause, you cannot use the money to alcohol, and you need to undergo.
Rehab.
No, not rehab. What do you call clean test before every matchup?
Man, you gotta pass the drug test before you step into your gaming seat at your PC. You have to take a screenshot of it and then send it to us.
Yeah, there we go. Like this was Desafiantes summer 2021. What do you think? It was this a good preamble to what we're going to see starting tomorrow in DreamHack Latin America?
Man, this was better. What are you on about? This. Oh god, nah. I mean, obviously the main event is going to be amazing. There are some amazing players there, from all races, of course. And as you were saying, Brazil and Mexico is well represented. What I'm excited about, I mean, obviously this was a great tournament, but we have to talk about DreamHack. You know, it's all connected. DreamHack, mate, Cham has been practicing in Korea. We did get updated. Cham is at around 6.3k on Korea, which is honestly pretty good. Like, baseline for pro players is 6k in Korea, so you know he's among them. He's taking games off of Koreans at least, which is amazing. But
yes,
I want to see how he does against Kelzer and against Special.
Indeed. I believe Cham is in Kelazur's group, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're going to start seeing that match for starters, and yeah, I'm eager to see what Cham does. I mean, it's only been like a couple of weeks for him, right? He's not been very long, so maybe this first DreamHack is not going to show a lot how much has he improved. But for subsequent DreamHacks, and more importantly, when GSL qualifiers start,
yes,
that's when we're going to see the good Cham doing the good work.
Exactly. Like, Cham, obviously, he's a favorite to go out of his group this season. We'll see how he does against Kelzer. That's going to be the first big test. And I think what's important is that Cham has beaten Special before, even without that Korean practice. So it's going to be close. It's going to be very close between the two of them. I have to, of course, say that Special is also very much so in form.
In more than one way.
In more than one way. Recently, he had a very good result in the GSL Super Tournaments. He's been doing very well in online tournaments as well. He's probably looking the best he ever has. Like, at least when it comes to his play, as well as like physically as well. Like, he's on fire. So we'll see. It's gonna be intense, mate.
Yes, and all of this starting tomorrow. Everyone check out the ESL channels. I believe around, like, what time is it? Like 4 p.m. more or less. It is directly just after DreamHack Europe ends, right?
Yes. Directly after. Oh boy.
Yeah, everyone check it out and support the players, and let DreamHack know. Let ESL know that we want our DreamHack with more players than only 8.
Exactly.
I want to live in a world where Desafiantes is not needed.
Yeah, that's the ideal world. Again, I spoke about it in the very beginning, but the reason why Desafiantes is around is because in the past Copa America, which was the GSL for Latin America in StarCraft, was funded by Blizzard, and it featured 16 players. But now that Blizzard, of course, is no longer funding that, and things have been handed over to ESL have kind of shrunk the Latin American tournaments to only 8 players in the main event, which cuts, you know, the players that were featured before in half. So that is why Espira has stepped forward and decided to run Desafiantes and make it a thing to support those 8 players, because we know how good they are. Again, in an ideal world, or, you know, in another season, I'm pretty sure Rio and Kaozfate, they'll qualify. Like, they'll make it through and be in DreamHack. They deserve to be there. It's just a shame that they didn't quite make the cut this season. But yeah, because they're all amazing players. We had amazing games today. Like, I don't think there was, maybe other than Eggs versus Shelby, everything else was great.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Nah, Eggs versus Shelby was a lot of fun as well. It was a lot of fun.
No, poor Shelby. He has a lot of things in his hands. He needs. He's playing Terran. He needs to take care of the store, and now you have here like berating. Mate, what are you doing?
Mate, you can't make excuses when Kaozfate is out here with a broken arm and he's like drugged up and like full of alcohol and he's winning. Like, mate, hey, you can't make excuses for Shelby after that. Oh god. Well, GG, well played. And I believe that is it for us for today. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Honestly, the viewership was pretty good today. It was pretty amazing actually. Over 100 people tuned in for the semis and the finals. Thank you so much everyone for the support. More importantly, I hope you have been exposed to some of these players that you may never have heard of or you don't follow too often. There are some great players in the Latin American scene. And if you want to tune into more of them, we cast these guys weekly in events like Sentimiento Latino and Copa Hyperion and even Battle of the Americas. It's all casted here on this channel. And it's, for the most part, all run by Darking.
Yes, hello everyone.
That's my segue, so you can start talking about yourself.
Okay, I admin a lot of the Latin American tournaments that you may see in this channel every so often, and I am part of Espira, which did these tournaments, and we are the ones who produced this tournament to begin with. And thank you, CranKy Ducklings, for sponsoring this event. This is your fourth Desafiantes that you have sponsored so far, and cheers, mate. More to come.
Yeah, you say fourth, mate, every Desafiantes, all right? Let's be clear here. But yeah, of course, like we love Desafiantes. We love the idea of running a Code A for Latin America. Like ideally we would be able to do it for other regions as well. Ideally we would be able to grow it as well. But of course you were talking about how, you know, in the ideal world, we don't need it. But regardless, since it is here, like it's always a great tournament to run. It always has amazing games. And they didn't disappoint today, the players.
Yeah, they were really good. Thank you, Light, for coming to cast this event as well.
Yeah, all good, man. All good. Thanks everyone for tuning in as well. And I believe we are done for the day. So if you want to be notified about our next broadcast, follow us on social media. Following us here on Twitch is not enough. Or maybe even check out our Discord. I say that because our next broadcast is not on this channel. We will be casting over on ESL_SC2B. We are going to be the official B stream for DreamHack tonight. As I quickly check the calendar, it is going to be in a couple of hours. I say a couple of hours, but it is going to be at 6 p.m. KST, which is in 5 hours. Yes, 5 hours from now, we will be casting the Oceania main event, as well as the Taiwan Hong Kong straight after that. So yes, we will be the official B stream for that. On the main stream, there's going to be Pig, there's going to be Maynard, there's going to be Zeph, of course. They're going to be covering the main stream, but we will be the B stream. And if you want some of that Oceanic and Taiwanese StarCraft action, then tune into that. Oh boy. And yeah, we're done for the day. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you soon.
Bye bye everyone.
Ciao.
Cheers.